It's Friday evening and we're at Estoril for qualifying for Sunday's Grand Prix. For the third time in 4 races, it's a sprint weekend here in Estoril. We had a sprint in Salzburg Ring, we had a sprint in the Lausitz Ring, and we've got our third sprint of the season here at Estoril. We were at Slovakia last weekend, where Lance Stroll won in the Aston Martin, and it's going to be Logan Sargent, who almost won the main race of Austria at Salzburg Ring before, I think it was the final lap or the penultimate lap, probably was the penultimate lap. He was pushed wide onto the gravel by Carlos Sainz, and it wasn't really Sainz's fault, it was just aggressive racing. That could be a little issue for Logan Sargent. He's crossed the white line on the pit exit there. I mean, yes, there won't be anyone behind him because he's the first one out on track, but I don't think the FIA like people doing that, to be fair. Anyway, the American, he's already had one home race in Miami where he scored his first points of the season. He's got 3 more. I mean, yes, he's born in Florida, so I think he'd claim the Miami Grand Prix as his home race, but he has got American Grand Prix, which is actually a sprint race at Road America, and then we have the Californian Grand Prix at Sonoma, the Virginian Grand Prix at Virginia, and I actually forgotten about this one, sorry about this, the Daytona 305 at Daytona, which he might claim that as his home race, I don't know, we'll wait and see. Or to be fair, we didn't know we were going to Daytona when we went to Miami, we thought we were going to Kuwait for that round. Anyways, Logan Sargent rounds the almost flat out final corner and starts his first flying lap. Let's see how he does. The DRS opens as he goes down the front straight. Very hot here in Estoril today, so I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see a few engine issues. It's the hottest I've seen F1 in a while. The heat of the summer at Estoril in Lisbon, Portugal. And of course, we have seen some quite wild heats in and around Europe, apart from in the UK and Germany by the looks of things. So I say that, I'm going to Germany this week and to rain, so I don't actually have a clue how wet and weather's been. And to be fair, Spa as well, looking a bit wet as well. Of course, the F2 went there last week, and F3. They stay on the F1 calendar. We go to all different circuits now. F2 and F3 are their own standalone events. And to be fair, Porsche Supercup was there as well. But anyway, Logan Sargent goes around the new part of this track. It's not really new. Before 1994, F1 used that part. Before they used the bit you could see just in the background there. As Logan Sargent rounds the final corner. What's this lap going to be? He's going to put him first, obviously, because he's the only one to do a lap so far. But he is going to go in a 1:13.7, I believe. I don't know, it might not be. And there's teammate Alex Albon. Logan Sargent into the wall. Anyway, Albon rounds the final corner. I think this is the start of lap or to finish a lap. I'm not too sure. It might be just finish the start of lap. And Alex Albon starts his lap now. His teammates has gone straight on at turn 1. That could cause some yellow flag issues. Not too sure about that. Anyway, and then Albon goes through the first 2 corners. Turn 3 now. There's his teammate. Don't know what he's trying to do there. Anyway, Albon goes through the hairpin. A lot of hairpins in this circuit. Turn 1's kind of a hairpin. It leads to the thick one at turn 2. Then you've got not really a hairpin. Tightish right-hander. Quite quick and flowing right-hander. Honestly, I think it's one of my favourite corners of the circuit. And the final corner now as well is a very long hairpin. This circuit, to be fair, does remind me a lot of Estoril and reminds me a lot of Catalonia as well. The Spanish, what was I trying to say? The Spanish, Portuguese tracks are kind of similar. I mean, to be fair, Valencia's nothing like it, Aragon's nothing like it, Valencia Street Circuit's obviously nothing like it, Braga's nothing like it, and Albon's going to come into the pits actually. So, that is, Nick de Vries has just finished a lap, he goes P2. Actually, where is he on track? Yeah, he's just finished this lap. And he's put it into P2. Don't know why people are pissing. I think there's Logan Sargent. He's in the exact same place. And I think he's trying to put into a service route. Maybe he got damaged or something. I don't know. can't actually quite tell what Logan Sargent's trying to do, to be fair. He was there when his teammate Alex Albon went past him. And he's now trying to do a 3-point turn down the access road. What is he doing? No, he's driving down the access road without a rear wing or a front wing. Car's smoking as well. That could be some sort of engine issue, which is potentially why he's had to pull off to the side of the track, but he's normally he'd stop. I don't know why he's still going. If you first think, oh, he's... Okay, Logan. So he's back in the bits now. Only him and DeFries have actually set it up so far, which is weird. The heat may be putting toll on the engines. And Sargent and DeVries are just the two that have actually managed to do a lap. I can't even find anyone who's actually on track at the moment. Is anyone on track or what? Because we've got a 20-minute qualifying session, 6 minutes in, no one's actually gone on track. I feel like I've gone through everyone so far. Yeah, I have. It doesn't look like anyone's on track at the moment, so we're going to go to a quick ad break. When we get back, we'll see some cars on track. And that was very short-lived, ads, because we've got some cars on track now. There's Aston Martin out on track, someone else went on track just before. And there's someone else as well, might be Mercedes, there it is. It was Max Verstappen, the other one on track, and Lewis Hamilton. Let's go on board with Max Verstappen. For a lack of S, you know, if the Suzuki finishes this lap, we tend to see cars around this time of the session not complete the laps. I'm not entirely sure why only 2 this session have actually done that. Half actually not being the smartest of games by the looks of things, unfortunately. Round to final corner, a bit of a wobble there. Easily go straight into the pits. Okay, half back to being confusing as normal. Love to see it. How much more on the lap now? We're on the lap, he's coming out the pits. And the round to final corner, does he get out? Little left as he gets in the curb. And pits he goes. Magnussen out on track. Let's see how he does. He actually go through a lap here. It's a quickish turn 3, turn 4, long hairpin. Reminds me a bit of that hairpin at Barcelona, a bit smaller than that one though. And then goes another hairpin, just like Barcelona. And then down the straight. At Barcelona we turn left there, we go right, flat out right-hander. Before another right-hand hairpin. And then this is kind of when we get back on track with Barcelona. We go right here, around the same time as Barcelona. We go left up this part of the track, and then we have a quick right-hand corner a bit later on than Barcelona. And Barcelona will have all those little random bits. We have to have a right-hander, a slowish left-hander, and then a flat out final corner. I mean, I have all the circuits on my wall at the commentary box, and yeah, I can kind of see the reminiscence. Talk to as well. They're all like really long straights and some technical bits, and then I mean, aren't all circuits like that? Let's see other circuits which are kind of basically the same. Bahrain, Qatar, Hungary maybe. I don't know. You know, Magnussen's straight into the pits. I'm not entirely sure why these cars are doing this, to be honest. The heat, though, for the Friday and Saturday are very hot. We could see some issues in the sprint potentially. Anyway, Albon out on track now. I'm missing a watch them, to be fair, because there's not really much point in commentating on that when completed, or even starting, in fact. Albon goes straight into the pits. That's normal. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be normal, but we move. There's someone out on track. I did see an Alfa Romeo about to come in earlier, or come out, sorry. And here's Perez. He's just come out. Still a bit of a cough. I've had this cough for a few weeks now, which is quite annoying. Starting to Slovakia. A few weeks, I say. Starting to Slovakia. It's now a week after Slovakia. Anyway, what a corner that is, by the way. Of course, obvious reasons why they did have to change it after unfortunate passing of Senna, but anyway, Perez into bits as well. 8 minutes left in the session, or just under, or just over, sorry. And if I have to be honest, this is the most boring qualifying session I've ever had to commentate on. It's so boring, we want to commentate on it. But you know what, we might as well get some track facts on this Estoril circuit. Let me just do a quick little Google search on Wikipedia. So, the Circuito de Estoril, or Autodromo de Estoril, official name is Autodromo Fernanda Pires da Silva, who is a Portuguese businesswoman. What she was. It's just outside Lisbon in the Portuguese Riviera. 4.182 kilometers long, or 2.599 miles for the Americans. What is a kilometer? Unfortunately, live on air, I cannot say the full quote, but it is brilliant. Anyone on track? Anyone on track? Commander Blonder's on track. Anyway, it was home of the Formula 1 Portuguese Grand Prix from 1984 all the way to 1996. Capacity of 45,000, and it's got an FIA Grade 1 license. I think it's the first time we've been to a truck with that license since Aragon. So the next time we go to one is, I don't think we do anymore. I mean, Dubai and Kuwait were both Grade 1s, but no, actually we're still going to Dubai. So I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. Any other ones? I'm trying to think off my head. Argentina was an FIA Grade 1 license out in Madara. I can't think of what other FIA Grade 1 circuits we go to. Aston's Grade 2, I believe. They've really come down on the track. He's actually already set it up this session, so anyway, yeah, it's FIA Grade 1. Well, actually, to be fair, this layout we use the tank layout. Tank, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's actually FIA Grade 3. So I don't know why, because there's nothing really wrong with that corner, in my opinion. Anyway, it opened in 1972, 17th of June, so 51 years ago. Currently holds Sidecar World Championship, 24-hour series, Ultimate Cup series, and Euro Cup 3 series. Before it used to hold the Portuguese Grand Prix. Before that went to Estoril for 2 years in 2020 and 21. We haven't been back to Portugal before today. Also held the Portuguese Motorcycle Grand Prix from 2000 to 2012. Before that moved to Estoril, not Estoril, but we are Estoril, Algarve, and it moved to Algarve in 2020. So, and actually, the Portuguese Grand Prix was at Jarama in 1987, even though that's in Madrid. So that's confusing, if you ask me. Anyways, Gasly with someone else in front of him is Alfa Romeo. This World Superbike has also been here 1988, 1993, and 2020 to 2022. Before that, moved to Estoril for this year. Endurance World Championship came here. For the 12 hours of Estoril. That was just a 1987, 2000, 2020 to 2021, so only a few times that actually happened. International GT Open came here a few times. They went here last year, but not this year. 4 hours of Estoril for the European Le Mans Series, I haven't been since 2016. DTM came here in 2004. European Truck Racing Championship came here in 2003. World Touring Car came here in 2008 and 2021, and the FIA GT Championship, when that was still going, god that was a while ago, was 2000 to 2003. Of course, actually the layout, the distance I gave you was the 14-turn Grand Prix circuit, which was used in 1994, 1995 and 1996 for F1. The fastest lap is a 1:26 in from Andy Soucek in a Super League Formula. Super League Formula. Remember that one? With all the football clubs, the only tricky Tottenham one probably. Yeah, anyway, this circuit we're using at the moment is 4.163 kilometers, so 20 meters shorter. I don't know how that is. 2.587 miles long, it's 11 corners, and the fastest lap is a 1:35.895 by Francisco Mora in a Porsche 911 in the GT3 Cup 2003. I think not 2023. Sorry, I think that'll be in 24-hour series. This year, it was actually only a couple of weeks ago, in fact. I think it was the weekend of Austria, possibly. So when we were at the Salzburg Ring, at 24-hour series were here, and that was when that was held. Actually, to be fair, even the GP layout that F1 used 1994 to 1996, that was a little bit different anyway, but by 200 meters. Also, the massive change for the circuit. Yeah, turn 1 used to be 2 long right-handers, and that's changed now. Final sector used to be a little bit different, with like, I think the final corner was a little bit further on the gravel trap. Yeah, that's basically that, and it was David Coulthard with a 1:22.4, and that's at 13-turn circuit. So actually, they actually lost the corner, which I think was that turn 2 little kink. And the Superbike, the 1:52.1 in 1993, and then the Grand Prix circuit before, when they used the tanker layout, was 1:14.8. Then there used to be actually a perimeter circuit. 59 seconds is the lap record by John Lepp. That only had 8 circuits and came off at the current turn 4 and went straight to the tanker corner. I'm just gonna have a little look through. Just to confirm I'm right. Yeah. Anyway, not long left to go in qualifying now, and unfortunately, I believe that the only 2 people to still set a lap. Yeah, this all stays the same. It's still Sargent and De Vries, so obviously the heat may be getting into the engines. I don't know, but yeah, it is very strange. Anyway, let's go through some more. Marquez won here in Moto 2. The last time MotoGP came here in 2012. It was Casey Stoner that won the MotoGP race. 2011, Danny Pedrosa won MotoGP, Stefan Bradl won Moto2, he won that in 2010 as well. Marc Marquez won Moto3, well, it was at 125cc back then. Jorge Lorenzo won in MotoGP. Then 2009, Paul Espargaro won 125cc. Late Marco Simoncelli won 250cc, and MotoGP was won by Jorge Lorenzo. He also won it in 2008. Any more notable names? Alvaro Bautista, the current World Superbike champion, won it Moto2 in, I've lost it. What year is that? 2008 and 2007. Vizioso won Moto 250cc in 2006. And Bautista won Moto3 race. Valentino Rossi won MotoGP in 2007, 2004, 2003 and 2002. I think qualifying's basically over now, as now Alpine Gasly pulls into the pits. Just to see if I know anyone else is on track. Stroll comes into the pits. There's definitely someone else on track, because I just thought it sounded like a car coming into the pits. And it's Logan Sargent who's in the wall. That's what's happened to Logan. He really hasn't got a front wing, he'll be getting off somewhere else. And he seems to be doing some off-roading by the looks of things. Yep, off the track there, spins, ooh, almost saves it, hits the wall, that's where the front wing goes, I'm guessing. No, it's not, that's where the front wing goes. Don't really know what he's doing. Logan Sargent now off the track. Logan Sargent is easing the wall and reversing very quickly off the track. That's not a smart idea, Logan. It will damage your car even more. Still off the track is Sargent. Almost again off the track. There's Logan Sargent. Let's show you a bit of entertainment as he goes into the gravel. We haven't had much in this qualifying session, unfortunately, as he's now going onto the GP circuit. And going into the gravel. And into the wall. And reverses. And does he go try and go through the escape road like he did earlier on? Yes, he is. And what's he doing? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's go through your qualifying results. A very mediocre qualifying session. George Russell, your championship leader, is right at the back in 20th. Lance Stroll, last week's winner, in 19th. Hulkenberg in 18th. Alonso 17th. Joe Guanyu in 16th. Ocon 15th. Piastri 14th. Leclerc 13th. Verstappen 12th. Magnussen 11th. Lando Norris 10th. Sergio Perez 9th. Pierre Gasly in 8th. Albon in 7th. Lewis Hamilton in 6th, Yuki Tsunoda in 5th, Valtteri Bottas in 4th, Carlos Sainz in 3rd, and the slowest of the two lap times we had Nick De Vries in 2nd, and Logan Sargent for Williams for the second time this season is on pole. Of course, Albon was in pole in San Marino, and now it's Sargent's turn in Estoril. Not really sure how F1 will treat this qualifying session, considering only 2 people set laps, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure, unfortunately. I'm only going to assume. I heard some rumours from teams that the engines might not last, and it looks like that is the case. Unfortunately, practice was alright, but it is very much heated up since this morning's practice session. So, yeah, we're going to go, and we'll see you tomorrow for the sprint shootout. Goodbye.